Oh man, it's always a pleasure coming back and helping out, especially with a former teammate. But being able to help out, pass the knowledge back on to the next generation is always a celebration in my book.
When did Lawrence ask you to do this, and kind of what was your reaction?
Ele asked me. I think we went on a trip. We took our daughters on a trip probably about 2 months ago. So he asked if I'd come out, and I mean I couldn't really say no. Yeah.
Where are you living now? What are you doing?
Right now I'm in Atlanta. Atlanta coaching varsity basketball and teaching math.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
What's life been like for you since playing? You mentioned 2009, Elite Eight.
Oh man, life has been cool, man. I went overseas for a couple of years, got to enjoy some traveling. Um, Now I'm just a dad, you know what I'm saying, about to be a husband, coaching the next generation, just coaching kids and teaching math class to middle school and high school students.
What's the difference between coaching the high schoolers and then coming out here and coaching these kids?
Really just the age bracket, man. It's whatever they think they know, you have to break that habit. So if they're younger, it's just I feel like it's easier to break the habits that they are built up. Whereas the high schoolers think they know everything, so now it's just a little harder to prove your point to them. But either way, it's just always fun to be able to get to interact and build that relationship.
What is it about your time in Columbia that you relish in the most, would you say?
Oh man, building relationships. I feel like Columbia became my second home. Like I knew nothing outside of Georgia for the most part. And when I came out here, just being able to meet the people, grow as a man, and just really just learn myself in this community was always the biggest thing that I took with me.
What do you think of the Mizzou basketball program now under Conzo Martin?
I think they still have some more room to grow. You know what I mean? I think it's just hard to really, especially with COVID hitting, it was just hard to really hit their stride like they wanted to, like Coach Martin wanted to. I think they definitely have some room. I think they have the pieces to really just progress and go far. It's just about, bearing down, putting in the work, and progressing.
I know some of the Mizzou guys, some of the current players were out here earlier. Did you get to talk to them, and what are your impressions of some of the new guys?
No, man, high energy. That's the first impression that I got, man. I think I ran into Javon. My team played Javon's team earlier, and he was super high energy, man. I love just the positivity that he feeds into the kids and all the other players that were helping out, man. It was just cool to see, one, that an alumni was reaching back and bringing them, giving them some work. So I know how important it is to get work in the summertime. And then two, giving the kids something tangible with being able to hang out with, talk to, play around with some of the Mizzou basketball players like the current one. So I think that's very important.
What is it about Lawrence that impresses you the most? I mean, all these kids coming out, all these coaches, he's doing something right.
He's doing something special. Just being able to just hold on to what we brought to the city, like his skill set. He's very talented, very smart, and I think that stuff is so infectious, and he gets to feed it back into the kids. He's very personable, and then his intelligence level is just so high. So being able to just take that, bottle it up, market it, and be able to pass it on to the next generation and pass it on to these kids, man, it's just something that you can't really put a price tag on.
And then I just been asking all former players this lately with the new name, image, and likeness stuff. I'm curious, you jealous at all about the new rule, or what are your thoughts?
Oh man, I texted Lawrence and Kim that earlier, probably like 2 weeks ago. Maybe a week ago actually, because it was July 1st, a week ago. So we just had some fun with it, but I wouldn't call it jealousy, but I do, it's cool to entertain that thought, to see who would have had what contracts and what businesses would have actually reached out to who. So, yeah, we talked about it. It would have been cool to have that opportunity, but I think everybody has their time. So I just hope that it works out for the best, and I'm just happy that they're, getting seen now.
What do you think of Kim's new job?
I think it's very much well earned. Like, he's just been pushing and trucking and working towards getting that head job. And I feel like if anybody deserves it, that I know it's definitely him. So seeing that he made it to that level, and I think he's only going to go higher, I think it's fantastic.